Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Eid Mubarak. It's good to have you here with us at Somaliland National Television. I'm Mohammed Aden, here with the top stories making today's headlines. Minister of Interior takes a trip to the eastern region. The Electoral Commission informs about the date to reach the voters. Saudi Arabia arrests more than 400 suspected ISIL militants. Minister of the Interior Ali Mohammed Waranade briefed the press at his office about a trip he will be taking to an area in the eastern regions of Somaliland where skirmishes between two sub-clans had broke out. The minister leading high-profile delegation will be to the sites where the incident took place to arbitrate between the two sub-clans and restore calm. Ali Mohammed Waranade sent a message to the traditional leaders in the area to play their role in extinguishing tensions as well as making sure that all sides have come to an agreement to restore calm. The Somaliland Minister of the Interior urged the whole public, particularly the citizens residing in the eastern regions, to play a part in the government's efforts at preventing anyone with the aim of disrupting peace which took lives to bring about. Somaliland is a country that portrayed progress on a number of key sectors. Serving as a beacon of hope for many countries, it has enjoyed peace which came through the spectre of bottom-up peace-building initiative in which all citizens had been included. Members of the Electoral Commission held a press conference to inform the public about the date to start voter registration scheduled to kick off at the end of this month. The chairman of the National Electoral Commission, speaking to the media, stated that all voters will be registered and the registration of voters will soon start in Togda region. Members of the Electoral Commission at the press conference collectively stressed the necessity of awareness programs which will be commenced to make sure that people are aware of conducts established to avoid corrupt manners that could cripple the credibility of the Electoral Commission. As members of the National Electoral Commission confirmed, voters for the forthcoming election will be registered in all districts, cities and villages of Somaliland to help provide citizens with an access to cast their polls. Peace campaigners of Seoul region, speaking to media, sent condolences to the family, friends and the public of Somaliland over the death of Fuad Adan Ade, whose state funeral took place recently in Hargeisa. Fuad Adan Ade had served in a number of portfolios in recent decades and prior to his death had been serving as the presidential advisor on the eastern regions. Peace campaigners of Seoul region sent condolences to the family, loved ones, friends and the public of Somaliland over the death of Fuad Adan Ade, praying Allah to grant the deceased with ample sustenance and peaceful abode in the hereafter. The Director General of the Ministry of Health, Yusuf Ahmed Ali Ardo, conveyed warning to the residents in Ainabo over the health risk of qat, which to some high extent damages health and contributes to increase in the number of people falling down to lower levels of poverty. The Director General spoke of the health risk of qat while speaking at a mosque to dozens of men in Ainabo and stated that hundreds of people die each year as a result of fatal diseases caused by qat exported to the country from the neighboring nations. The Director General urged residents to try in any possible means to refrain from bad habits, including chewing qat and smoking, which cause deadly diseases including cancer and cardiovascular diseases. You're still watching the English news on Somaliland National Television, the first Somali-speaking channel with English news, and now for the main international headlines in detail. Saudi Arabia has arrested more than 400 people suspected of belonging to the so-called Islamic State group. The Interior Ministry said that the counter-terror operation also prevented attacks on mosques, security forces and a diplomatic mission. The announcement came after a car bomb attack claimed by ISIL militants at a checkpoint near a high-security prison killed one man and wounded two security officials on Thursday. The Interior Ministry said those arrested on Saturday were carrying out schemes directed from trouble spots abroad and are aimed at inciting sectarian strife. The Islamist group has appealed to supporters to carry out attacks in the kingdom. Answering the call in May, 2 suicide bombers killed 25 people at Shiite mosques in the country's east. It marked one of the deadliest assaults on the kingdom in more than a decade. Kenya's Westgate shopping mall in Nairobi has reopened to the public, nearly 2 years since Al-Shabaab gunmen went on a rampage in the Isles, in a siege and massacre that left at least 67 people dead. Thousands of people turned up when the doors opened on Saturday morning, and stores and restaurants across the complex were crowded with patrons. But in a reminder of the security threat, armed police guarded the entrance to the complex. Inside, private security guards in plain clothes patrolled the building, wearing earpieces for communication. Although traders are back in business, memories of the massacre remain. That day was really tragic, said the owner of one outlet, Olga Ercolano. My staff, Caroline, who is a sales girl, she was there that day, and she was lucky to escape alive. But she also doesn't want to go back to those memories. We just want to be positive and move forward. Israeli firm IRG has been put in charge of running security in the reopened mall. New features include explosive detectors, luggage x-rays, scanners to check underneath cars, bullets to prevent car bombs, and bulletproof guard towers. And that's all we have for you today. Thank you for joining us. Catch us tomorrow at the same time. Until then, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.